Hello, welcome to the Bible in 5 years. My name is Armando. We are reading through the Bible in 5 years, and we are starting reading the Bible in form of stories, 236 stories or more in chronological order. It's going to take us about a year and a half or more to do so. Afterwards, we will continue to read the Bible in a different format, but always short and sweet. We read verses here. We don't read chapters. We don't read two or three chapters like other programs, which are very good programs. This is the Bible in 5 years. Nothing is perfect here. My diction is not perfect. My reading, my accent, I mean, everything is imperfect. The music, the timing, I cough, I make comments, I laugh. I'm human. I'm not a machine. I have a green curtain behind me. Anyways, so that's what we're doing. And this project is aimed for those who never have read the Bible. They don't know what the Bible says. They don't probably care what the Bible says. And it's okay. We're doing this for people who are not familiarized with the Bible. In their videos and audio like 10 minutes or less. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. You can go and check them out. You can watch them in the comfort of your bed on YouTube, click, 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 10 minutes or less. And if you're a Christian, it's okay. You can also come and listen. You can follow us, give it like or whatever, subscribe, and that's it. I'm going to change the music so we can start our reading of today. Alrighty, day 110. Joseph's brothers go to Egypt. Genesis 42 from verse 1 on. When Jacob heard that there was grain available in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Why are you standing around looking at one another? I have heard there is grain in Egypt. Go down and buy some for us before we all starve to death." So Joseph's 10 brothers, older brothers, went down to Egypt to buy grain. Jacob wouldn't let Joseph's younger brother Benjamin go with them. However, for fear some harm might come to him. So Jacob's sons arrived in Egypt alone with others to buy food, for the famine had reached Canaan as well. Since Joseph was governor of all Egypt and in charge of the sale of the grain, it was to him that his brothers came. They bowed low before him with their faces to the ground. Joseph recognized them instantly, but he pretended to be a stranger. "Where are you from?" he demanded roughly. "From the land of Canaan," they replied. "We have come to buy grain." Joseph's brothers didn't recognize him, but Joseph recognized them, and he remembered the dreams he had had many years before. He said to them, "You are spies. You have come to see how vulnerable our land has become." "No, my lord," they exclaimed. "We have come to buy food. We are all brothers and honest men, sir. We are no spies." "Yes, you are," he insisted. "You have come to discover vulnerable, the how vulnerable the famine has made us." "Sir," they said, "there are 12 of us brothers, and our father is in the land of Canaan. Our youngest brother is there with our father, and one of our brothers is no longer with us." But Joseph insisted, "As I said, you are spies. This is how I will test your story. I swear by the life of Pharaoh that you will not leave Egypt unless your youngest brother comes here. One of you go and get your brother. I will keep the rest of you here, bound in prison. Then we will find out whether or not your story is true. If it turns out that you don't have a younger brother, then I will know you are spies." So he put them all in prison for 3 days. On the third day, Joseph said to them, "I am a God fearing man. If you do as I say, you will live. We will see how honorable you really are. Only one of you will remain in the prison. The rest of you may go on home with grain for your families. But bring your youngest brother back to me. In this way, I will know whether or not you are telling me the truth. If you are, I will spare you. To this they agreed. Speaking among themselves, they said, this has all happened because of what we did to Joseph long ago. He saw We saw his terror and anguish and heard his pleadings, but we wouldn't listen. That is why this trouble has come upon us. Didn't I tell you not to do it? Reuben asked. But you wouldn't listen, and now we are going to die because we murdered him. Of course, they didn't know that Joseph understood them as he was standing there, for he had been speaking to them through an interpreter. Now he left the room and found a place where he could weep. Returning, he talked some more with them. He then chose Simeon from among them and had him tied up right before their eyes. Joseph then ordered his servants to fill the men's sacks with grain, but he also gave secret instructions to return each brother's payment at the top of his sack. He also gave them provisions for their journey. So they loaded up their donkeys with the grain and started for home. But when they stopped for the night, and one of them opened his sack to get some grain to feed the donkeys, he found his money in the sack. Look, he exclaimed to his brothers, my money is here in my sack. They were filled with terror and said to each other, what has God done to us? So they came to their father, Jacob, in the land of Canaan, and told him all that had happened. The man who is ruler over the land spoke very roughly to us. They told him, he took us for spies, but we said we are honest men, no spies. We are 12 brothers, sons of one father. One brother has disappeared, and the youngest is with our father in the land of Canaan. Then the man, the ruler of the land, told us, this is the way I will find out if you are honest men. Leave one of your brothers here with me, and take grain for your families and go on home. But bring your youngest brother back to me. Then I will know that you are honest men and no spies. If you prove, I'm sorry, yo. If you prove to be what you say, then I will give you back your brother, and you may come as often as you like to buy grain. As they emptied out their sacks, there at the top of each one was the bag of money paid for the grain. Terror gripped them as it did their father. Jacob exclaimed, you have deprived me of my children. Joseph has disappeared. Simeon is gone, and now you want to take Benjamin too. Everything is going against me. Then Reuben said to his father, "For my, for what is it? Then Reuben said to his father, "You may kill my two sons if I don't bring Benjamin back to you. I will be responsible for him." But Jacob replied, My son will not go down with you, for his brother Joseph is dead, and he alone is left of his mother's children. If anything should happen to him, if anything should happen to him, you would bring my gray head down to the grave in deep sorrow. All right, this is the end of our reading. I was having a hard time there at the end. Oh man, which one is the music that I'm playing? I have no idea. I hope it's that one. Tired, really tired, sleepy on top of that. But I gotta keep recording. I told you this is the Bible in 5 years. This is not a very professional recording. Because I am human. I am get tired. Okay, see you tomorrow.